Picture this. You've just spent $3 million, nearly killed your lead actress, and fired 3 directors. Tonight, you're about to find out if Hollywood's most chaotic movie production was worth it. Stick around to discover how a movie that nearly destroyed everyone who made it became the most beloved film in history, and why its premiere night was anything but magical. August 15th, 1939. The red carpet at Grauman's Chinese Theater is buzzing with excitement. But behind the glamour lies one of Hollywood's most disastrous productions. The Wizard of Oz had everything going wrong from day one. They fired 3 directors, nearly poisoned the Tin Man with aluminum dust, and subjected the entire cast to temperatures reaching over 100 degrees under those massive arc lights. Poor Buddy Ebsen. The original Tin Man spent 6 weeks in an oxygen tent after breathing metallic makeup. When Jack Haley replaced him, the studio learned their lesson and switched to safer, paste-based makeup. The sets were so hot that people constantly fainted. Cinematographer Harold Rawson later said they borrowed every unused arc light in Hollywood. Imagine performing song and dance numbers while wearing heavy costumes under lights that turned the soundstage into an oven. But perhaps the most remarkable story belongs to Judy Garland herself. At just 16 years old, she carried this entire production on her shoulders. The studio initially wanted to cut Over the Rainbow from the film, thinking it slowed down the pace. Can you imagine The Wizard of Oz without its most iconic song? So when the lights dimmed at Grauman's Chinese Theater that August evening, nobody knew what to expect. The New York critics would later call it a stinkeroo, with no trace of imagination or good taste. But audiences didn't care what critics thought. The film earned over $3 million worldwide, which might not sound like much today, but that's equivalent to about $60 million now. What nobody at that premiere could have predicted was that this cursed production would become a cultural phenomenon. When CBS first aired it on television in 1956, it became an annual tradition that brought families together for generations. You know what's fascinating? The very disasters that made this production a nightmare are exactly what gave the film its magic. Those impossible working conditions, the multiple directors, even the accidents, all contributed to creating something that felt real and lived in. That premiere night taught Hollywood that sometimes the most chaotic productions create the most enduring art. When you watch The Wizard of Oz today, you're not just seeing a movie, you're witnessing the triumph of human creativity over impossible odds. The next time you click your heels 3 times, remember that there's no place like home. But sometimes the journey through chaos is what makes arriving there so sweet. What's your favorite behind-the-scenes movie story? Drop a comment below and share which classic film disaster you'd like us to explore next. And if you love discovering the hidden stories behind history's most iconic moments, you need to join the History Sparks community by hitting that subscribe button. Trust me, we've got stories that will change how you see the world forever. Don't miss what we're uncovering next, because history's greatest secrets are hiding in plain sight.